Hi. Good morning and happy Monday. It's time for another Mindful Play at Monday Live, our last live Mindful Play Monday for 2025. And we are rounding out the year with another fun snow-themed activity. Last week we did the Oh No Snow Throw game with some snowballs, which was a big hit for a lot of you. So if you have not seen that one, go back and watch the recording for sure. Today we're going to be making Snowflake Affirmations, a pretty snowflake decoration that you can use over the holidays and really leave up all winter long, right, Lisa? So our finished snowflakes are going to look something like this, and we're going to work on putting our affirmations on those. It would be really pretty to have everyone in your family make one, or everyone in your classroom, and then have them hanging up decorating for all of winter. I've got my favorite snow cone here. He gets his cone off tomorrow, right? Just in time for the holidays, so he'll be ready to go. You ready to sit down with me, so we can make our snowflakes? Have a seat right over here. So for today's snowflake affirmations, the only thing you need, very similar to last week, is some strips of paper. Now for this one, unlike last week, we can just cut up any shape or any size of strip. I did go ahead and measure these, so you'll want a ruler, and we just made them 1 inch wide. You want them all to be the same width and the same size, because if you don't, then your snowflakes will be a little bit wonky and off center. So we did 1 inch paper strips. If you want your snowflakes to be bigger, of course you can make wider strips of paper. You'll need a pencil, some string if you would like to hang your snowflakes up, and a stapler. So of course, when you're making these in your classroom, or if you're working with little ones at home, the adult or the grown-up will be in charge of using the stapler. So for our snowflake affirmations, what we're first going to be doing after we've cut our paper strips, like so, is working on those actual affirmations. So if you know anything about snowflakes, you know that they are all unique. Every single snowflake in the whole wide world as it falls is unique in structure. So we're going to be talking about ways that we are unique and affirmations that we can use for our snowflakes. And so that's the first thing you're going to do, is work with your students or your little ones. Miso needs a little love over here too, to come up with your list of affirmations. So some really good ones are: I am safe, I am kind, I am brave, I am thoughtful. And so through that, you're going to have that discussion about what things make you special as a special snowflake. And so we're going to then add those as affirmation statements to the end of our snowflakes. So we learned through making a few of these, they show up a little bit better when you hang them if you put your writing on the right hand side. And I know that's reversing the camera, sorry about that. But if you write on the right side of your snowflake, like the right end closer to the edge, it will show up better when you staple them all together. So something like this. And I know it's backwards, but you'll get the idea. I am safe. Could do I am brave. Right, Miso? You're very brave with your cone. I am kind. So we're just making our affirmations, again, on the right side of our paper strips. We have 1 inch, an inch wide, I should say. And then I just did the width of the paper. So what is that? Like 8.5 inches long by 1 inch wide. Forgot to mention that. All right, adding a few more affirmations. I am generous. I am loved. And let's do I am smart. So with your snowflakes, the other cool thing we learned, of course, every snowflake is unique and beautiful in its own way, but every snowflake has 6 sides. They are shaped like a hexagon. So you're going to use 6 strips of paper. So we have I am safe, I am loved, I am brave, I am kind, I am smart, and I am generous. Again, all on that right side of your paper strip. And then your adult is going to come in with the stapler, and you're going to first take your paper strips and make a little teardrop shape, or a little raindrop shape, where you are putting the 2 open ends together, and you're going to just staple them right at the end, like so. So you have your little raindrop shape. So I'm going to angle you down here so you can see what we're doing. So I've got the affirmation on the outside of my raindrop. Again, lining up the two ends. This is why it's important that you measure out your paper strips so that they're all even. Otherwise they will line up a little wonky, which is okay. So we've got all of our paper strips looping around into that nice little raindrop shape and stapling the two ends together. And then we're going to connect them all to make that nice big snowflake shape. So when you're all done, you should have your 6 little raindrops here, like so. And let's see if I can scoot the camera back a little bit so you can kind of see them all lined up. So what you could do, then you're going to take the rounded ends and line them all up together. And that's going to be the middle of your snowflake. So it's going to look something like that. You can kind of see there, that pretty snowflake all lined up. And then you're going to take your stapler and staple all those rounded ends together to connect them into one nice big snowflake. So it helps if you do lay out the shape ahead of time so you can kind of see where you need to add your staple so that it all lines up nice and neat. So I'm just setting it down in between each staple to make sure I'm still on track and connecting them all in the right spot. And just kind of pinch the two pieces. You're going to pick it up with your other hand there and slide your stapler right in to connect them. And then for that final one, of course, you're going to staple twice. You're going to staple once to connect it to your chain of snowflakes, and then again right here on that final piece next to his neighbor so that you have them all lined up like so. Isn't that a pretty snowflake? These would be such fun decorations to add to your holiday table. You could have everyone in your family make one. You could also add them to your ceiling or by your stockings. Of course, hang them in the classroom as well. And these would last all winter long. They are not holiday specific. We tried to keep all of our mindful play activities for this month non-holiday specific so that they will last you all winter long. You don't have to do them necessarily for Christmas, but you could use them all winter long. So you can make a whole bunch of different snowflakes. Again, if you want larger snowflakes, you're gonna use larger strips of paper, smaller snowflakes, smaller, thinner strips of paper, and then hang them all around to decorate for winter and go back and refer to those snowflake affirmations as needed. So if you see your little one struggling, if you're struggling, go back and say, well, let's go read our snowflake affirmations. Let's take a break. Let's take a breather. I am brave. I am smart. I am kind. I am safe. I am loved. I am generous. So you could also hang these in your calming corner as well. They kind of make a fun little mobile. You could spin them and help work on your breathing, and also just have them as a really pretty, fun decoration for your calming corner, for your classroom, for home as well. Thank you. They are fun to make. I really like how they turn out. They're kind of almost like a flower poinsettia snowflake pattern. So super simple, super fast to put together. We will have the link to this up in our YouTube channel shortly. And then as I mentioned, with the holidays coming up, we have 2 weeks off for the winter break leading into the new year here. So no live activities for the next 2 weeks. We'll be back in January with more activities to get you started off right in 2026. But I'll be sure to link and have all of our past recordings. We have over 80 videos up on YouTube that you can go back and refer to and work on together as a family over your winter break too. So thanks for joining us. Miso says he's ready to go. Stay warm out there. Happy holidays. We will see you next year with more Mindful Play Monday live activities. Have a beautiful holiday season, whatever you celebrate. Remember to take a break when you need it. Pull your little ones aside when they need it and work on those mindful activities together. We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us.